Yeah, y'all know how it go. It's the Daily Go Get Mism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. Everything is going to be all right. I had to take a look at the shirt to make sure the mic was on so y'all can hear everything that I'm saying. And we going to get the show started. There won't be no delay, and I'm praying that things will go right and we will get the numbers. And if I don't, shit, that's okay. We still go on, and we make sure that we break it. And then yeah, whatever comes, and we can take it. Faking it, never. That's not my life. That's not my way of style. Yeah, but I know that I'll keep going back to the drawing board and strike a chord for all of y'all. Yeah, you and yours. It's the Daily Go Get 'Em Show, y'all. And so we got an interesting show for y'all tonight. Tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em Show, we're talking about, yeah, if all I had to do was go to school, then I would have been great too. You know, people who are busy will have to struggle, will have to do a lot of things in order to make ends meet or to do well or to, keep their head above water. A lot of times they resent people who don't have to do as much. I mean, that's just the way it is. Sometimes they really resent people who are able to seem like they are just able to coast through life and do whatever they want to do and have whatever they need and stuff like that. I mean, we can't live anybody else's life except for our own. But, it's tough when you see yourself working hard and you got to bust, really, really bust your behind and get it popping and really, really hustle in order to make it out here or make it work out here. And you see somebody else that just seems like they coasting. Not only that, they bragging and boasting, and you thinking to yourself, what? Yo, how come they seem so blessed when they ain't doing mess and they ain't doing less? And I can get tested. I'm getting tested every day of my life existence, and I don't understand. Yeah, well, they're persistent. Just sit on their behind and still get more than I ever had for me and all of mine. But I still shine just like the sun up in the sky, and I sometimes ask myself why. Why in my head why was I born into what I was born into? Yo, we gonna get into all of the things that's going through right now, and I'm here with y'all, and I'm glad you're down. It's the Daily Go Get 'Em Show, y'all. It's the daily, the Daily Go Get 'Em Show, all up in your area. So yeah, for example, people who have to work 2 and 3 jobs. People who work 2 and 3 jobs to make sure that their pockets are right, make sure that their bank account is staying strong, to make sure that their kids have the things that they need, to make sure that they're able to drive the thing that they want to drive, to make sure that they're able to live in the place that they live and live the way that they want to live. When somebody works a lot, when they're always busy, somebody who works 2 jobs normally feels some kind of way about somebody who only has to work 1 job. Especially if that one job that they work is like a seemingly easy job to do. Like, well, yeah, if all I had to do was this and that, then yeah, I would be on top. I would be making it out here. Now, is that fair? Is that fair that somebody has probably prepared themselves or done well for themselves just by having 1 job or going to school and having a career where they don't have to stay busy 24/7 or work, I don't know, anywhere between 8 and 16 hours a day. Some people work 20 hours a day. I've known people who've done it. It's a really dangerous thing to do as far as your health is concerned, but people do it. So, of course, when you see somebody that's just seeming like they have a cinchy job and they just coasting, or they were able to be born with a silver spoon in their mouth, so they never had to struggle. They never had to have a after school job. Never knew what it was like not to be able to have access to certain things, not to be able to go certain places, not to have stuff. Yeah, sometimes people get a little testy about it. Honestly, some people get jealous about it. But even when it's not jealousy, it is what it is. And it could be a big observation like, well, yeah, If all I had to, if all I had to do was go to school when I was in school, then of course my grades would have been better. It could be something as simple as that. Like, yeah, I probably would have been able to be on the dean's list if all I had to do was go to school. But when I was in school, I had a child, I had younger siblings that I had to take care of. My parents were sick, or they were absent, or they weren't here anymore, or I had to work. I had to work to put myself through school. I couldn't just go to school like everybody else. If that's your situation, of course, you're going to feel some kind of way about it. And it's understandable. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What's if we here? Oh, wait a minute, dog. You spamming. You spamming too much. You stop spamming, please. Stop spamming, or I'm going to have to block you. Please stop spamming, or I'm blocking you. I'm warning you. All right. I'm going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Well, that did it. Listen, I tried to let him live. And people don't want to follow instructions, so I'm going to have to. Okay, let's go. I even waited for the delay. I don't like to do this, but yeah, I'll definitely do it. All right. It's all good. It's all good. We good? Are we good? I mean, he was taking up a lot. All right. What's going on, T? Carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Muddy. What up, Muddy? And Muddy wants to know, am I wrong for leaving my relationship? I don't know. I don't know the details of your relationship. I don't know. You might be right. You might be wrong. I'll tell you this. When it comes to relationships, I don't think that you're ever wrong for leaving your relationship if you think that that's what you need to do. Like, if you're not happy in your relationship, why would you stay? I mean, I understand that it sounds selfish, but honestly, why would you choose unhappiness over happiness? I don't know. And because I don't have enough information from you, I mean, what can I say? And what's this? Bag This says, what advice can you give me as far as investing? I'm 22 years old. Well, I'm not like a financial guru in any way. What up, LXHXBRX? But I'll tell you this, as far as investing is concerned, I would always encourage you to do your homework. Like, if you're investing in stocks and things like that, you can clearly see which stocks are doing well, which ones you'll be able to get into with relative ease. Like investing in Amazon, if you can buy some shares in Amazon, more than likely you're going to win. But there are other startup companies that you might want to invest in if you can see the more upside. But I would encourage you to do your homework. Do what the experts say, or follow the advice of the experts. I'm not an expert, but good luck with that. Yo, this boy switched accounts and came back with the same shit. Ain't this crazy? All right. Okay. WD says, I don't know. That's a different language. I don't know, but thanks for coming through. All right. Okay. What's interesting about this? What's interesting about it is, all right. Don't worry, y'all. We're gonna get it together. Everything is gonna be all right. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. P. Diddy talking about something. I'm innocent. I'm sure you are, but the real P. Diddy, I don't know if he is. All right. WD says, when one makes an oath, one cannot be unhappy. Stay married. Okay. All right. And the Don says, hi, are you a man or a woman? All right, Bag This says, do your homework. That's gonna go over plenty heads. Man, it's a pleasure. I really appreciate you for that. I mean, simple stuff, but I appreciate you coming through. What the hell is going on? Sheesh. What is going on tonight? What is going on? Now, normally when you have all of these bots or what do you call them, or trolls or whatever, normally they it's kind of weird because normally they bring a lot of people with them. This is going slow. Daniel Adam says, what's this show about? Just came across it. All right, so what we're talking about tonight is, all right, the name of the show, the title of the show is called If All I Had to Do Was Go to School, I Would Be Great Too. So we're talking about when the way that people who have to stay busy, who have to do a lot in order to maintain, or in order to get the things that they want in life, the way that they feel when they see other people who seem to have had it easier than them, or people who don't seem to have to work as hard as they do, things like that. So that's what we're talking about. This is what is going on tonight. What are we doing? What's happening, y'all? What is happening? And where is my admin? It's okay. I handle it. I know it's late at night. I take care of it. The Don says there's a spider on your chair. Oh yeah. Well, how about that? So that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about the way that people. We're not really talking about the way the have-nots feel about the people who have. We're talking about the way that people feel when it would be like when you're at your job. When you're at your job and you busting your ass, trying to do the best, trying to make sure that you secure your bag at work, trying to make sure that you are always in line for a promotion, a bonus, a raise or whatever. And you see somebody else that seems to get bonuses, raises, promotions, and they don't do as much. But maybe they went maybe they went to school. So just because they have a degree, they get a better position than you and make more money than you. Meanwhile, you busting your ass at your job, looking for opportunities, and maybe you have to beg, borrow, and get on your knees and write emails and all that kind of stuff in order to get opportunities at your job. But other people who are doing less than you are getting seemingly more than you. But the difference between the way I'm explaining it and the way that it really is on this show, for this show, is this isn't about hate. It's not about hate. It's not even about jealousy. It's just about, like, when you make a contrast or a comparison. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, all right. Check this out. When I was doing comedy, because I have a stand-up comedian background. When I was doing comedy, I had a friend in comedy that was always saying, yeah, man, I would probably be headliner status too. If all I had to do was take my time and write my jokes and practice my material. See, we were both up and comers. He was a little bit farther than I was, but he was always saying, like, if I didn't have to work all the time and hustle, and take care of my kids and make sure that my girl is straight. Yeah, if all I had to do was write my jokes and practice them and get on stage, yeah, I'll be a headliner too. And I could probably tour and all of that. But because he had to do all of this other stuff that adults have to do, because he had to treat his life like life was lifing, yeah, he felt some kind. He wasn't jealous of nobody, but he was just saying, the reason that he wasn't where he wanted to be in his career was because he had to do more than other people who had to do less. Now, I'm from Philly. I started doing comedy just before Kevin Hart started to blow up. Kevin Hart started out at the same comedy club in Philly that I started out. So the name of the club was called the Laugh House, and you know it was a popping comedy club. It was really the only bona fide comedy club in the city at the time. We had other spots where you could do comedy, put on comedy, and see comedy and all that kind of stuff. But that was a bona fide, well-known circuit comedy club. So everybody that was at the club knew Kevin Hart. You know, when he used to be called, his first name was Little Kev, Kev the Little Bastard, or Little Kev the Little Bastard. Then he just started calling himself Lil Kev. And then when he started to blow up, it was just Kevin Hart. So he used to do a lot of jokes. He used to do a lot of jokes about like sitting in a chair, you know, because Kevin Hart is short. He would talk about how even no matter how low the chair is, his legs will still dangle. He used to tell jokes like that. He was very, very funny. Kevin Hart was way funnier in his early days than you might see him now. So if you think he's funny now, he was a beast back then. But one of the things that people used to always hate on Kevin Hart about was that they was like, well, you know, his parents allowed him to move to New York and they was paying his rent. So all he had to do was concentrate on his career. So he could write his rhymes. He could go to all the open mic nights. You know, he didn't have to worry about paying his rent. He didn't have to worry about, you know, he ain't had no kids at the time. He ain't have to worry about the day-to-day stuff that everybody else had to worry about. That's what they were saying about Kev. I don't even know if it was true, but that's what they used to say. That's what they used to say. So other comedians that had to struggle a little bit more looked at him like he didn't have to struggle as much, and that was why he was able to go ahead and audition for acting roles and blow up. I can't say that it was true. I can't say that it was true. He worked hard just like everybody else. He had the right stuff. He seems to still work hard now, if you ask me. So that's kind of like what we're talking about. We're talking about when, you know, when you see somebody else not having to do as much as you have to do in order to make it, and you figured that you would be able to make it as well as they did, or even better, if you didn't have so much other stuff to do. So yeah, like if I had a degree, yeah, sure. If I had a degree to fall back on, I wouldn't have to take these entry-level jobs. I would just be able to, you know, turn in my resume. Submit my resume, and, you know, I mean, probably wouldn't even have to worry about that much work experience, as if work experience is not on the resume. But it don't worry, no, you know. Listen, when somebody has something or has something in a way that you don't have, sometimes if it's in you, you might start hating. You just might start hating. You might not stop waiting to start hating, the other people you ain't relating. You saying that they got everything and you got nothing, and you wonder why they always sitting around and they bluffing. They ain't real. Not real as you. Your life is real, and you're wondering what you're gonna do with your crew. They telling you that you the best, and you just haven't been recognized, and you are wondering why. But yo, you get your piece of your pie. You gotta wait a little bit, but you gonna get your shit. And I can guarantee that if you work hard and you pray to God, it's gonna get you, son. Everything is gonna be okay. But sometimes you gotta wait to get your better days. Yo, purple haze is something that you be smoking, but maybe if you put the smoking down, you might be hoping to be a little better, because you can't be breaking up your concentration. But you can't tell smokers not in this nation. All right, y'all. Make sure, do me this one little favor. Man, I'm only going to ask y'all to do me one little solid, not no big solid, a little itty bitty solid. Please hit the like button, Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I know we're a little light in here tonight. It doesn't matter. We're gonna get this thing off. This is gonna be a good show. But just do me that one little solid. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I am your host. Take these rings off. I am your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. We are talking about, if all I had to do was go to school, then yeah, I would be great too. If all I had to do was just go to work and come home, yes, I guess I could concentrate on my family. I could make sure that everything was okay. If all I had to work was 8 hours a day, then yes, I would have time to travel. Yes, I would have time to indulge and engage in extracurricular activities, hobbies and stuff. Yes, I would be able to concentrate on building my own business, making my own way, doing my own best. Oh, it was kind of warm in the city today. Hold on, man. Let me get some fan action going on here, son. Hold on, let me get some fan action. You know what I mean? All right. It's feeling a little warm, man. I don't want to be all hot. All right. What we're going to do, we might as well go ahead while I'm standing up. Let me go ahead and put on our uniform. It's time for us to get dressed. Let's put on our stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me put on my cow bones. Put on my cow bones. Put on my cow bones. Cow bones. All right, that's good. All right. Put it on the other leg. All right, yeah. Okay. Put on my cow bones. For those of y'all who don't know, genuine cow bone necklaces. No wood up in here. No regular beads. These are cow bones. No plastic. No wood. Nothing inorganic. All right. So, which one y'all want to put on? Because everybody wears the uniform on this in this movement. Everybody wears the uniform. So I'm going to let y'all choose. I'll let you choose which one y'all want to wear. Which one? Do you want to wear the one on the left? See a little shine. Let's see a little shine. Or the one in the middle? The one in the middle. Or the one on the right. Which one y'all want to wear? Which one? Info spot says the one in the middle. That would be this one. All right, we got one for the middle. That's all we got. That's all we got. They're looking like the beady gin juice. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we got two for the middle. If I get one more for the middle, then the middle is going to be. Come on, y'all. Got one for the middle, and none for the left. I need one more for the middle. One for the middle, one for the right, one for the right, one for the left. One for the left, we got two for the middle. Two for the middle, we only need one more for the middle. One more for the middle, and it's going to be the middle. All right, so we got. Come on, let's go. All right, TK Wright says the one on the left. That would be this one. Cheryl Halsey says middle wins. Middle wins. See, I would have let it go up farther, but listen, y'all be taking too long. Taking too long. I don't know if some of y'all confused or just not feeling it. All right, looking good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Let me show y'all how you look. Give y'all the ocular proof. The ocular proof, baby. Okay. Look, you're looking good. Ladies, you're looking pretty. You're looking lovely. You're looking sweet. You're looking beautiful. You're looking sexy. You're looking like something somebody want to take home, and everything would want to be all right. We can bump. And brothers looking handsome, looking suave, looking debonair, looking smooth. You got on your soft stuff. Yeah, take a screenshot and show them what you got. Take a screenshot. I get you like it a lot and take a screenshot. You know how we do. Yo, take a screenshot to show you came through. You was rocking cow bones, but you wasn't alone. When you came through on these things, I give you your own look. Yeah, nobody was shook. Everything is going to be all right. Let's get booked. When I say get booked, I mean you got appointments and you got to keep them. Yeah, we going creeping. And everything's going to be good. Let's get this thing understood. So that's what we're talking about tonight, y'all. That's what we're talking about tonight. If all I had to do was go to school, yeah, I would have time to work on being a better man, work on being a better father, work on putting together a career or a business or something else in which I could thrive and be the best. You know? What up, Info Spot 411? What's good? And Isaac Nalo, what's good? Thanks for coming through. Y'all appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. David Figueroa. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate y'all. All right. TK Wright says, looking great no matter what. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That Fork says, LOL, Kev, the little bastard is wild. That's what he used to be called. All right, Seka Sala. My people, Seka Sala says, and what up, Lily? Hold on. Man, that was a lot. All right. Seka Sala says, college helped me, but I feel my life teachings help separate me from others, especially the older men in my life. I am in finance, so it was difficult at first, but standing firm allowed me to thrive. Okay, you know what? I can't hate on that. That sounds good. That's there's no accounting for your own personal experiences. Nobody can tell you what you're going to go through, what you've been through, where you've gone, what you've made it through, made it past, how you've made it happen out here. But when it goes down, it goes down. All right, so check it out. So when we're talking about, if all I had to do was this, that, and the third, this can creep into your personal relationships, your marriages, or whatever. How sometimes when it may seem like you're taking your the one that you're with for granted, like maybe you're not spending as much time as you used to. Maybe you don't seem to be as considerate as you used to be, and a lot of times it's a communication issue. It could be that maybe you're going through something or you're struggling with something, and maybe you're not communicating that too well to the person that you're supposed to be in love with, and they hanging in there with you, but they might complain a lot or enough to whereas it's notable and noticeable. So Adarsh, coming in here with that dumb shit, that's not gonna get you nowhere, son. I mean, sun or sunset, that's not gonna get you nowhere. I tried to told you. But yeah, so when there's a communication issue between you and your spouse, or you and your woman, or you and your man, and have you ever been through something like that where you may have been going through something personal something personal in your life while you are with your man or your woman or whatever, and they don't seem to recognize what's going on with you? So they might complain about the time that you're spending with each other, or how things have been going with the two of you, and they don't even recognize that you might be struggling, and that can lead to arguments and disagreements, and you might lash out and say something like, yo, if all I had to do was come home and let's say your woman is complaining, like, if all I had to do was come home and love on you and sit up and watch Netflix movies and sports with you all day, it would be cool. But when I come home, I gotta take care of the kids, make sure that their homework is done. I gotta pick them up from school. I have to make sure that they're taken care of. Then I gotta prepare them for dinner. I prepare the dinner for them and you. I gotta do whatever. And then at the end of the night, you know what I mean? You want sex, and you don't want just regular sex, you know what I mean? Yeah, if all I had to do was just come home and service you, there would never be any problems. I would never be tired or whatever. But because I have a whole lot of other things to do, sometimes I can't prioritize blah 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 blah. Now, even though it might seem like she's just complaining, there might be some validity to what she's saying. And on the flip side, you as a man might feel the same way. Like, yeah, if I didn't have to work these 2 jobs, yeah, I would be home more often. Yeah, I would be able to be more involved with the kids. Yeah, I would be able to play the PlayStation with the kids instead of, you know what I mean, wishing that I could. But I gotta listen, somebody has to provide for this family. And it's me. I'm the provider. Yeah. And I'm also the one that climbs inside her and spreads the seed. Yeah, that's what we need. That's why you're pregnant now. And again, and nobody wonders how, but I'm wondering how we going to feed another mouth, and we going to work it out, because we always work it out. And everything is going to be okay, but I got to get another 3rd job today. 1 full-time and 2 part-times, and on the weekends, and I'm still here and we ain't speaking. We be mad at each other and don't even understand how come. But yo, we're still young and we're trying to find our way around each other and be closer than like sisters and brother, but there's no incest and no crazy mess. But I still feel like sometimes, yo, you just don't understand. I suggest that you come on into my brain for a couple of hours, and believe me, you will have power. All right, y'all. So that's what I'm talking about. So I don't know if I'm making this clear to y'all. I don't know if y'all really understand what I'm talking about. Hello World says there's nothing wrong with being built different. You ain't never lied. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Full Spot says we be jamming with the one in the middle. That's what's up, David Figueroa. Okay. All right. Hello. Okay. TK Wright says, son, YouTube took a minute to load the active live. That's why I was slow on the trigger with the spin. I do not understand what's going on with YouTube these days. Something is weird, yo. I don't know what it is. Let me know if y'all have noticed. Something is weird with YouTube. I'm trying not to feel targeted. I'm trying not to feel targeted, but I'd be lying if I said that I didn't. But yo, we gonna roll with the punches. Please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. So yeah, have you ever felt like that? Like you have to do more than everybody else in order to get by. Meanwhile, everybody else or somebody else just is able to coach through. You know, with everybody. Probably, I'm going to step out and say that most people would love to experience generational wealth. But you know, one thing about people who actually experience generational wealth is they get hated on a lot, y'all. They do. They get hated on a lot. So if your parents did whatever they needed to do in order to make a great life for you, in order to make it so you didn't have to worry about how you were going to get this or that, or where you were going to live, or you know, whether you were going to be able to afford things or have the things that you need. Everybody wants that for their children, but not everybody is able to achieve it. But the people who are able to make that kind of life for them and their kids get hated on a lot. Especially the kids. Well, yeah. Well, you know, you ain't never have to do nothing. You ain't never have to work. You ain't never have to want for nothing. Your mom or your dad spoiled you. You know, y'all had everything. Y'all was like the Huxtables. And, you know, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that in my household. In my household, it was real. Everything was real. The rats, the roaches, they was real. The last little bit of frosted flakes in the box, that was real. The threat of being evicted, that was real. The threat of having the lights cut off, the water cut off, the gas cut off, no heat, space heaters, Kerosene heaters, that shit was real. See, you ain't know nothing about that because, your parents, you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth or whatever. They might have just been upper middle class or something like that. But when you are when you're lower class or just right there in the middle, let's say your parents make $40,000 a year. It's a respectable salary, nowhere near rich, but you won't starve. But if you have a lot of kids, if you have, two or three children, $40,000, you're going to have to find another way. You're probably going to have to find another way to generate some income so you can take care of them well. Well, if your kids' friends, parents are making $250,000 a year, whether they're doing it single parent style or whether they're doing it combined income, well, they have so much more money than you, so much more access. You're not concerned about how many bills they have or what they have to do in order to stay above water, to maintain. All you know is that they're doing well and you ain't. And I get it. I know how it be, yo. It's kind of hard. Yeah. But so, your kids might be getting hated on, picked on, teased. They might even get bullied. Why? Because you could afford, I don't know, True Religion jeans. Because you could afford the new Jordans. They ain't have to wait. They ain't have to wait in the line at midnight for the new Jordan 11s that came out in metallic silver. I don't know, some shit like that. You know what I mean? Y'all sneakerheads. Y'all spend too much goddamn money on Jordans. You don't know what I'm talking about. Paying all that money for old ass sneakers. What up, Magnolia? What up, Crazy Steve? Crazy Steve says middle class is one paycheck from being homeless, depending on what part of the middle class you're in. I mean, I agree with you, but all middle class ain't the same. So one middle class might be $60,000 a year, and another middle class might be $300,000 a year. That's still middle class. $500,000 a year. That's still middle class. $800,000 a year. That's still middle class. $900,999 is still middle class. You are not out of the middle class until you make $1 million. And if you can make $1 million nowadays, you're still not rich. That's what we are as far as our economy is concerned, as far as inflation is concerned, as far as our cost of living is concerned. Now, $100,000 back in 1980, you were rich. That was good as $1 million. But we are 44 years removed, almost 45 years removed from 1980. A Cadillac Seville in 1980 was $20,000. Now we pay $20,000 for a mid-size Toyota. You might be able to get an Altima, but probably you're gonna get a 2024 Nissan Altima for $20,000. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So you can forget about a Cadillac. So, with all that being said, all middle class is not cut from the same cloth. So your children may be getting bullied and teased because you were able to afford a better life for them. Now you got to pay for martial arts lessons or boxing lessons so your kids can defend themselves against them would-be lower middle class attackers. Well, I oughta. Knock them out the box, kids. Knock them out, kids. So y'all understand where we're going with this? Oh, no, y'all don't understand where I'm going with this because I didn't finish explaining it. So because your kids had it good because of what you did for them, people that's probably going to follow them for the rest of their lives. So from the time that they were in elementary school, now they might be in college, they might, be in their 30s or 40s. And their old friends are still going to remember, well, yeah, well, you ain't really have to do a lot. You already started out good. So, you just went to your family business after you got out of college. You really went to college for nothing. You ain't have to really go. Y'all already had it like that. Stuff like that. So the people who had to not only have an after school job when they were in high school, they probably had to work when they went to college, or if they went to the military, or if they started working right out of high school, they probably had to have more than one job. Like maybe they worked part-time in retail and then they had another job, doing whatever, I don't know, factory job or some type of manual labor, whatever. But they may have had to do more in order to just be able to take good care of themselves and their children, or however it went. Meanwhile, they looking at you like you had everything. And you had two parents. I ain't had two parents. If I would have grew up in a two-parent family, then yeah, I would have had everything. I would probably be married with kids now. I'm not talking about myself because I did grow up in a two-parent family. Philip, what up? And Philip says, depends on what kind of kids you got. Mine wear Vans. I hear that. Okay, shout out to Vans. Crispy Bacon, what's good? And Nick Kerr, thanks for coming through, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Magnolia says, I hate this message that people are putting out that school is useless. I know your stream name isn't preaching that, but I really disliked it. Yo, you hate it and I hate it too. Because I'm like, where did that shit come from? What do you mean school is useless? Since when? Listen, I don't know. Okay. See, here's the thing. And I don't know how old you are, Magnolia, but I'm 54 years old. 54 years old. 54. So when I was in college, they told us that the reason that you go to college is to learn how to learn. Whether you become rich or you pursue that is up to you. But what's going to happen while you're here is you will learn how to think and learn how to learn how to think. So you will always be in a position to be in a managerial or supervisory position because you will explore options. You will not be able to think in a linear fashion. Oh, Magnolia said, I'm 16. Well, god damn. Never mind. Finish school. But honestly, I've known people who told me that school ain't for everybody. And they're talking about high school. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. High school is for everybody. You got to have at least a high school diploma. Sure, people have made it without a high school diploma, but you're not supposed to. It's not a smart thing to do. You should at least have a high school diploma. Okay. Magnolia says, Trump is an interesting take. Mm-hmm. All right. Crispy Bacon says, I grew up super poor and I created generational wealth. Well, that's remarkable because that's not an easy thing to do. My man, Aussie Mate, what's good? Aussie Mate, all up in the house. What's going on, my peoples? Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming through. And Magnolia says you should fill out an unbiased truth table about supporting Trump and see if you still feel the same. What? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not fucking with that. No Trump. All right, Crazy Steve says middle class. Okay, I read that already. Okay. I know he says also, son, we fumbled same day. I turned 16, left my girlfriend 9 months down the shitter. I realized she didn't care about her future like I did. Her laziness dragged me down. At 16? Shit, you got some high ass standards, young boy. Philip says middle class depends where you are. I'm in California, but in the valley, not too expensive. Well, you know how California is. That is not an easy place to live. New York, not an easy place to live, especially if we're talking about New York City and either in any of the 5 boroughs. There's a lot of gentrification. Well, New York has always been on some. It's a hard place to find a place to live, especially if you're not from there. When you're from there, it doesn't seem as hard to find places to live. For some. Yeah, I'm just leave that there. But people who come from out of town, they have a hard time. Crazy Steve says, me and the missus bring in over $400,000 a year. We still driving a 12-year-old car. That's smart. I said I would never have another car note again. And so far, so good. Like, nah, we not doing that. Magnolia says low-key Cadillacs be cheaper than Toyotas. Only used ones because American cars depreciate in value a lot. Crazy Steve says the tax is the problem. Why we paying all this tax when they just be printing money? Well, paying taxes or not paying taxes is all about knowing how to pay taxes or how not to pay taxes. Crazy Steve says I started learning when I finished public education. And he also says most people stop learning after school. I don't see how. We are in the information age. There should be no reason anybody does not have access to learn. You know, you got a computer right there in your hand. Y'all watching me on a computer right there in your hand. And you can find out whatever you want in regular language. Coffee Breaks with Sophia says, I want to be an entrepreneur. Well, that ain't how you can start today. Magnolia says, gotta have my standards up to get my future up. That's what's up. Crispy Bacon says, hopefully it's not your moderators cutting my comments. I remember when you still not have any what? And we're not cutting your comments. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but there is some strange things happening with the chat, with the algorithm. There's a whole lot going on, but nobody's cutting your comments. But I am interested to know what you mean by I remember when you still not have any. Not have any what? David Figueroa says, enjoy being young. Don't try to grow up too fast, Magnolia. That's actually good advice. All right. Okay. Yeah, y'all. YouTube is doing some. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the tube. I don't know. I mean, I want to find out soon, but I don't know. Sekasala says, life is what you make it. Too many younger people want to get rich quick, and then reality hits them. Well, you know, young people have so many different legal ways to make good money these days. And I would encourage them to take advantage of it. The thing about it is, the way the monetary system is designed, it seems like the younger people don't understand what's a lot of money and what's a little bit of money. So they'll look at somebody who's making $75,000 a year like they broke. And I'm like, I mean, by no means rich with $75,000 a year salary, but you can eat out a few times a week, pay your bills, drive something nice, pay your mortgage. You can even pay private school tuition with that. Of course, it depends on where you choose to try to live. If you try to live somewhere, let's say you try to live somewhere, because if you make $75,000 a year, you're not bringing home $75,000 a year. But if you pay $2,000 in rent, you are paying $24,000 a year for rent. You see how that works? When you are being paid a $75,000 a year salary, you're not bringing home $75,000 a year. But if you pay $2,000 a month, at the end of the year, you will be paying $24,000 a year. That's the easy math. That's some easy home economics math. Very, very easy. Not hard to understand at all. Oh, I remember when you still did not have any moderators. No, you don't remember when we didn't have any moderators. I've always had moderators. I mean, because for years I've had moderators. Now, when we started doing the show late at night, because this show used to actually come on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It wasn't until 2022. I'm sorry. It wasn't until last year, 2023, when we started the show at 11 o'clock, and then it had to go to 1 o'clock, and now it's at 2 o'clock. I'm trying to get it back to 1 o'clock, but that's going to be, I don't know when it's going to get back to 1 o'clock. But yeah, we always had moderators. They just wasn't coming on late at night. You know, they have day jobs. They had to sleep. All right. Magnolia says a lot is $20 an hour. No, it's not. Crazy Steve says $20 an hour is homeless here. Oh man, this is crazy. All right. Philip says $20 an hour working from home, living in Tijuana is not bad. In Tijuana, Mexico? All right. Magnolia says, hear me out. Hear me out, y'all. Shower in Planet Fitness and live in a Sprinter van, cook in the van too. Man, ain't nobody trying to do that shit. Crazy Steve says, I work from home and get paid. What's that? What is that? 1 KPD. What's that? What's that? That's some kind of English currency? Is that a pound? What's that? What's KPD? Ryan Doe says your sign is crooked. Oh, all right. Let me see. The only reason you think it's crooked is because of the line. I mean, it's round. How can it really be crooked? I mean, yeah, look. So the line is crooked. Yes. All right. Philip says, I think car prices are going back to normal. What you think? It depends on what you call normal. Philip says, my girlfriends be doing OnlyFans. It pays the rent. Yeah, I guess it. Shout out to your girlfriend. Ryan Doe says the words. Oh, the words? Nah, I think the words are pretty on point. I don't know. I don't know. You OCD? You OCD? Does everything have to be perfect for you? I ain't mad at you. Magnolia says your beads sound like bones cracking. That fork says, yeah, Steve probably capping. Ryan does. All right, well, cool. Oh, $1,000 per day. All right, that's what. Okay, I didn't know what the hell that was. All right. Oh, 1K, 1,000K per day. Okay, all right. I've never seen that written that way. All right. So we're talking about if all I had to do was go to school, yeah, I'd be great too. Have you ever felt that way? And it didn't have to be school. It could have been anything else that you felt was getting in the way of you being your best self. You having the best opportunity to be successful. Like if all I had to do, for example, if all I had to do was pay rent, but not utilities, then I would have a whole lot more money left. Right? If all I had to do was send my kids to school, then it wouldn't be that much of a big deal. But because some of my children are young and I have to pay for daycare, it's really, torpedoing my income. Or if you send your children to private school, like if they went to public school, that would be a savings of about, I don't know, $600, $800 a month. But I wanted them to have the good education, make sure that there's no frustration. When they get older, they can do their math, they can do percentages. A lot of adults can't do that shit. Yo, I know some people that can't do math and they 45 years old and you don't know the half. But I get it. They got a calculator, but can they use the calculator? Do you know how to get percentages on your calculator? A lot of people got a calculator, don't know how to use a calculator. I mean, it's the truth, son. It's the truth. It's the truth. But still, we rise. We do the best that we can. But I mean, seriously, there might be something you feel like might be hindering your ability to be able to be the best you that you could be. And it might not be something bad. All right, I'm going to go all the way out on a limb with this one. I'm going to go all the way out on a limb with this one. Like if I only had 3 kids instead of 5 kids, or if I only had 1 child instead of 3 children, then I would be able to do less or have more time for stress or be able to buy that dress or not would have that mess or I would be the better one. I'll be heating up a sweater one. I would always be greater than, like the sign is greater than. I would always be the man. I would always be around and I would be more attentive than. I would never live in a van. I would always be okay. I would be the better man today. I would always come around. We would always be a down. I would never be clowning you. No, not around you. And all the time we do what we gotta do and take it to heart. I've been doing this thing from the start. Yeah, I love you, baby, and it's never gonna stop. But you know I gotta do what I gotta do to cop us a nice ride. I need a minivan because we got 4 kids. I ain't doing a bit. Trying to make sure that I don't have to do no crime. Trying to make the best of the time that I have with you and all of ours. I'm trying to be the power couple that I know that we can be one day, but right now we got bad on a Sunday. I ain't even got time to watch the game, but I got the score and I'm going for more. All right. Okay. Crazy Steve says there is zero excuse for being uneducated in 2024. Well, depends on what you call it education. I think an education is anything that you learn. Suavier Daddy 83 says drinking some prune juice, home is it. Oh no, this is not prune juice. It's red because I have beets in here. This is actually, I call this stuff Colon Ream. I drink it every day. See, if you ever been to this show before, you know I drink this on the show. No, because these are for, it's this color is red because of beets. I got collard greens in here. I got some turnips in here. I got tomatoes in here. I got red onions in here. I got celery up in here. And I got a lot of garlic in here. What else I got? Oh, I got eggplant in here. And I got some radish in here. Daikon radish. Daikon radish. That's Daikan. Chinese shit. Some Asian shit. And also I got black seed in here. So if you like look closely, like you see the little specks right here. Yeah. So no prune juice. I'm very regular. I shit several times a day, but I won't shit on you. All right. All right. Philip says, if I could be an actor, I would be cool. Have you ever taken any acting classes? Because you can make that dream, you can realize that dream tomorrow. All right, Steve, my director would. TK Wright says, Steve, my director would beg to differ when referring to me. Okay. Ryan Doe says, my wife has a master's and she's still learning. Yeah, learning should never stop. Even if you think you know everything, you should still be learning. Crazy Steve says, the only thing you need to learn in college is the skill to learn. Everything you learn there is useless in the real world. That is not true. How can it be useless knowledge? You know, when I was in school and we had to do algebra and, you know, elementary functions, trig and all of that shit. And nobody thought that we would ever use those forms of math in life, but we did. Now, I'm not saying that when you go to the grocery store, you have to use algebra, but because of the way that higher math teaches your mind to think, it teaches you how to think in a process, and you never stop thinking that way. So instead of trying to reach conclusions really fast, people who are good at math learn how to think things out and follow a process of things in order to get solutions that they need. But when you skipped math class all the time or you flunked it, you didn't learn that shit. So you think, I'll never need that. All I need is basic math. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And you know what? You know what I think is really, really funny? A lot of people who say that all you need is multiplication, division, a subtraction, and addition are not even good in addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Ain't that about a bitch? Like, you think that all you need is basic math, and you wasn't good in basic math. Because you know what? If you were good in basic math, you wouldn't struggle in geometry or trig or algebra. You wouldn't. It's not the way it works. Math is only hard when you have it mastered. Addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So I don't know. That fork says, yeah, don't hate on the drink. Yeah, don't hate on the drink. Look. Don't hate on the drink. All right. KPS says carnivore diet, the best yet. It is not. And you know better than that. That's why you said human beings weren't meant to eat meat. I eat meat, but I know you're not supposed to eat a whole lot of it. Hello World says burnout is real there. Has to be strong, to be a strong desire. Spending money, cool, but making money has to do it for you. You can't run a store and hate the community. Heavy. Y'all talking heavy tonight. That's what's up. Ryan Doe says, what do you do for work? Well, I don't really like to say exactly what I do, but just know that I work in managerial, and I have to deal partly with the public. Okay, let me put it this way. I work in managerial in the health field. I'm a manager in the health field. Let's put it that way. Of course, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, but I work in managerial in the health field. So, you know, I like what I do. I never thought I would, but I do. I like what I do. And it allows me to do this. This is what I wish I could do. Really. I wish I could sit in front of this camera every day with y'all and feed my family and drive whatever I want and live wherever I want. And maybe if I stay disciplined, if I find out, if I get better at this, if I work it out some kind of way, maybe that'll happen. For now, all I got is a little bit of, hold on. I said for right now, all I got is a little bit of, for right now, I gotta go to work and make it. I gotta come home and feed my family because the cat and the dog and the white picket fence, I gotta, if I want to drive the things that I want, I gotta, plus I got a mom that has health problems, so my sisters and my brothers, and we all kind of close, but my friends, you know, and other people that I don't know, we gotta, I live in a dangerous city, but I keep my head on a swivel every day, but I learn how to roll with the punches, and I sit in front of this camera every night with you, but I appreciate y'all coming through, but I gotta come up with these topics every day, and I trying to stay on my beat and stay on point when I give knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Yes, with the do it for the babies, I do it for the youth, and everything is gonna be all right because you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Actual facts, baby. Actual facts. Actual facts. I'm speaking those actual facts. We speak actual facts. I said actual facts. All right. Sometimes I just feel like I need to make some noise. It makes me feel alive. I feel alive when I'm noisy. You know what I'm saying? I feel alive when I'm noisy. I can feel it. All right. Crazy Steve says interpersonal skills are very important. Yes, they are. No doubt. All right. And he also says if you want to progress your career, you need to learn how to get along with anyone, master your role, and then change jobs every 2 to 3 years. That's interesting because I've actually done that. David Figueroa says, did you go to school to become a manager or did you work your way up? Well, interestingly enough, I went to Penn State University. I graduated in 1993. And I have never had a job that required a degree. Never, ever. I've heard that this job that I work in that requires a degree, but I don't think so. I just don't. I just don't think so. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of mistakes I would make. I don't know how I would deal with people. I don't know what kind of man I would be if I didn't go to school. Because I learned a lot, and it's shaped a lot of the way that I think and the way that I deal with people, the things that I accept in my world, and the things that I reject in my world. So, if I could go back in time to 18 years old, I would go to school again. I might go to a different school, and I definitely would choose a different minor. I didn't choose the right minor going into school, and I didn't graduate with the minor that I went into school with. I didn't graduate with that minor. I changed, but I wouldn't. And when I found out that you could do broadcasting and production and shit like that, I didn't know you could go to college for that shit. I would have done that. That's what I would actually, if I could go back to 18 years old, that's what I would do. So, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. I hadn't found myself. So, but yeah, when we talking about, if all I had to do was one thing, then yeah, I would have time for all these other things. And yeah, I would probably be the best at these other things that I'm doing. And yeah, I would just be able to maximize and improve and build and add on. And I would probably get more sleep and come up with better ideas and be more innovative and productive and prolific. Probably. Who knows? You can never really say. Ryan Doe says, so you denied my medical request? You funny. You're funny, man. You are so phony. You're so phony. Wu-Tang. What up, Wu-Tang? And he says, is your beard real? Let me see. It's too short for me to try to grab it, but I can grab it a little bit. So no, it's fake. Fake is a $3 bill, baby. This just in. Son wears a fake beard, fake color and everything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why my beard is all gray and my mustache is salt and pepper and my eyebrows are brown. I don't know. I have no idea. But know this. I would never, ever, ever dye my hair. Any of it. Swear to God, wallahi, cross my heart, I would never do anything like that. I don't know. For those who do it, they do it. Like my cuz dyes his beard. And I was like, why you dyeing your beard, cuz? Because he's a couple of years older than me. I'm like, what you dyeing your beard for? He was like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be out here looking like, I'm like, looking like what? Like you 56 years old? Like, man, and he married. Like, motherfucker, you out of the game? You out of the game? Crazy Steve says, if you're not failing often every single day, you're not learning. Well, that's an interesting take on it. Cheryl Halsey says, SOTR? What does that mean? I mean, I don't even know a lot of these acronyms. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell y'all, we all deep into the show. Y'all can call into the show. If y'all want to call into the show, express yourself. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. That's a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Call 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak. And then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on and do the damn, do the damn thing. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752, a.k.a. Omar with the feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. So like I said, if y'all want to call into the show, 319-527-6199. And I get you on up in here. Lines are never busy, no matter what. Even if I'm talking to somebody else, the lines are never busy. And while we're here, let's do our best not to get our lines crossed. My allergies are acting a fool right now. They act fool. My allergies act fool. Yeah, if all I had to do was go to school, or if all I had to do was go to work, or if people who have multiple children by multiple parents, yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of men out here who think to themselves, women too, who think to themselves like, yeah, if all my kids were just by one person, I probably wouldn't have that much stress in my life. I know for a man who's paying child support to multiple children and multiple baby moms, he probably really rethinking his decision to have different children by different baby moms, because financially that can be a hell of a hit. Not only that, it can have an effect on your children's ability to know each other, grow up with each other, interact with each other, or even care about each other. Not everybody encourages their children to bond with each other. So, Okay. Okay. Allergies, man. They're killing me. As a matter of fact, hold on. I ain't gotta suffer this way. I got medicine. I got pills. I got a way to win. Yeah, get my shit. I don't know how fast these joints gonna kick in, but at least I got them. I don't have to suffer in silence, suffer in front of everybody. I can win. Look, allergy pill. I feel better already. Anyway, yeah. Having multiple children by multiple parents, it can get in the way. It can definitely get in the way of a lot of things. Quality of life is very important to me. And maybe it's more important to me than a lot of other people, because I insist on having a certain quality of life. I don't believe in a whole lot of suffering and despair, and I don't believe in being down in the dumps or in a funk for too long or not being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't believe in being depressed. I don't believe in continued negative stress. I don't want to live my life that way, and I refuse to. So I know that there's a better way out there, And I'm more than willing to explore those better ways. We can make a better way. We can make a better day. Hey. So, and other people who are around me, I encourage them to do better. Or do better. But when you see, sometimes when you're going through a rough patch in your life and you feel like there's too much on you, just like I was talking about in the beginning of the show, people who work multiple jobs, I'll tell you something. I really admire people who work multiple jobs because honestly, I've never done it. I've never held two jobs in my life. I have never done that. And the thing is, I've never wanted to. I have never wanted to do that. You know what I mean? I ever. Man, one time, I went to go get a little part-time gig. I was going to do telemarketing. And these motherfuckers had the nerve to tell me that I was overqualified. Just say you didn't want to hire me. Tell me I'm overqualified. Overqualified for telemarketing? What? I talk too much? I had good diction, proper English. Oh, what? How are you overqualified for a damn part-time telemarketing position? So that was the only time in my life where I thought I was going to work part-time. I mean, where I thought I was going to work two jobs. It didn't happen. Now I don't even think about it. Like, never going to happen. Well, I guess, and they say you should never say never. So, all right, I won't say never. I won't say it. But I just think the likelihood of it is extremely low. Crazy Steve says, in the gym, you grow when you push your muscles to failure. That's true. Just like life. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. I don't know if I agree with that. Everybody doesn't have the same standards of life. And not everybody has the same ideas about what being comfortable is, what being happy is, or even what being uncomfortable or unhappy is. So, I know for a fact that money itself does not breed happiness. It doesn't even attract happiness. But when you're broke and you're struggling to pay your bills, of course you think that, money is going to solve all your problems. It'll solve your financial problems. But trust me, those financial problems will be replaced by some social problems, relationship problems, family problems, mental problems, physical problems. There's always some other challenges waiting to replace any other things that you get together in your life. There's oh my goodness, this is killing me. Okay, making sure it's all clear here. You know what I mean? No green, no yellow, no. You know what I mean? No plegma, no plegma. That's phlegm. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the show. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We talk about life. Hit the like button. Yeah, everything is right. Hit the like button. Yeah, we talk about being cool. Like button. Yeah, nobody cut the fool. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Just subscribe to the channel. Be down with the crew. That's the only thing that I'm gonna ever ask for you on this show. And I'm asking you, yo. Yo, hit the like button, please. Share the show. You know what I mean? Be down. Yo, subscribe to the channel. Yo, heat it up just like flannel. Yo. Okay. Universal entity says, why would going to school make you great? Did somebody say that going to school makes you great? I mean, I think that going to school and learning will help you to improve yourself. But when you start using words like great, that's a tall order. And it's subjective. Very, very subjective. What might be great to one person might only be sufficient for somebody else. But I think that there's no such thing as useless knowledge. I think that anything that you learn can be used in some kind of way. Especially, for example, keeping it on school. You ever learn a foreign language in school? And maybe you thought, like, I don't know what I'm learning Spanish or French for. I'm not going to be around any Spanish people or French speaking people. And then you travel to Spain or a South American country one day in your life. Later on, you never thought about it. Look, if you learn how to speak Spanish, or if you go to Paris or one of the other places that the French conquered, if you can remember how to speak that language, it will help. It'll help you out a lot. Hold on. Universal entity says, explain why math isn't used that much except for the basic principles. It's funny you asked that because we were just talking about that a little while ago. A lot when people think that all they need is basic math. All they need is basic math. Well, I was saying earlier in the show that it's funny how the people who say that all you need is basic math are not even good at basic math. So they'll say that all you need is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All you need is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That's all you need? Yeah, that's all you need. Okay. Okay. Well, if that's all you need, maybe that's the reason you've been sitting in the restaurant for the last 25 minutes trying to figure out what is 18% of $175.62. Because percentages were not in basic math. Percentages were not in addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now they can be. You definitely will use multiplication in order to get or division in order to get percentages. But but I was also saying how when you're good in basic math, you never question higher math. You don't question geometry. You don't question the significance of algebra or trigonometry or calculus. You know why? Because it isn't hard. Let me tell y'all something, man. The only things in life that are hard to do are the things that you don't know how to do. The only things in life that are hard to do are the things that you don't know how to do. Life is easy when you know how to do things. Life is a lot easier when you learn how to do things. So, for a person who has mastered addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, it's not going to be hard for them to learn how to do integers, fractions, percentages, geometry, algebra 1 and 2, trig, and calculus. It's not going to be hard for them. It's going to be hard for you. You know why? Because you haven't mastered addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It amazes me. You ask somebody like, all right, what's 6 times 12? And they don't know. Now, when I was growing up, we had to memorize all multiplication. Started 3rd grade, you started memorizing your times tables. Well, evidently, some people weren't good at it. Or maybe they only learned their tools. I don't know what just happened with the screen. Maybe they only learned their times tables up to like 9. Okay, then what's 9 times 12? No, we didn't go all the way up to 12. Ask me what 9 times 9 is. Okay, what's 9 times 9? 56. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 63. It's 81. But that's what I'm saying. When you didn't learn the basics, it's very, very hard to get into the higher stuff, the more difficult stuff. You can't do the more difficult stuff when you haven't gotten a good grasp of the basics. I don't want to say the easy stuff because it's not easy until you learn how to do it. It's not easy until you learn how to do it. But when you learn how to do it, it's easy. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. How many of y'all in the chat can still factor a trinomial? Factor a trinomial. Can you do it? Can you do it? Hello World said close enough. Universal Entity says, I'm talking about linear, quadratic, polynomial, and rational functions. Well, I can factor a polynomial. I think I can. Maybe I'm fooling myself because I haven't done it. But I still remember. You got to do what's in parentheses first. Magnolia says, I can't do algebra and I'm 16. I'm trying to learn. Well, you got to stick to it. It helps. Crazy Steve says, mediocrity is to be content. To be content is to no longer need to struggle, also known as giving up. Well, maybe if you didn't use words like struggle, like, you talked about interpersonal skills. Would it be such a bad thing to put a little finesse or make the landing a little softer in the way that you present working hard to achieve things? Because somebody says, well, you got to struggle in order to be great. If I'm not great, don't I get free struggle? Struggle ain't hard to get. Like, it's easy. Struggle is not a hard thing to achieve. You can easily get struggle. Universal Entity says, right, but you can learn logic other than math. That's true. But why not just learn math? For what it's used for. Anybody in here good at math and English? It's a rarity, but I know some people can do it. Universal Entity also says, would you like to explore any particular advanced concept? I love to learn. I like to read. I like to find out little known things about stuff. I mean, I've learned. I never stopped studying. After I got out of school, I never stopped reading. I never stopped studying. I never stopped trying to learn. I never stopped trying to improve myself. Okay. He says, the ultimate value lies in problem solving skills and logical reasoning that advanced math cultivates, even if the specific concepts aren't directly applied every day. Well, you kind of answered the question that you asked, because you see the value and what the advanced math holds, unless I'm missing something. Cheryl Halsey says, my baby girl is a math teacher? Because that says teachy. I think it says teachy. Your baby girl, that's shout out to your baby girl. For real. Crazy Steve says nerds make bank. Do they all? Do they all? There gotta be some broke nerds out there. They have to be. There have to be some broke nerds out there, especially with the amount of weed that these cats out here smoke these days. There has to be. Has to be. There has to be broke nerds. Broke nerds, stand up. Show us how much money you don't have. Broke nerd. Yeah, that's me. Shout out to Ha Ha Davis. Broke nerd. Yeah, that's me. Blue pill, red pill says, Unc, you falling off. Says who? Am I falling off? Maybe I am. Tell me why I'm falling off, blue pill, red pill. Because if I'm falling off, I need to know. I need to know. Oh, 10 people? Hey, look. Okay. Okay. Well, you here. So if I have 10 people here, you gonna make it 9? Or you gonna make it 11? You said last time you had like 200 something. No, I didn't. I've only had that many people in here one time. One time. Like, just slow down, dog. Now I'm new lately, like in this past week, I don't know what's been going on with this. YouTube is doing something weird. I can't front on that. YouTube is doing something weird. There's a lot of fluctuation in the chat or whatever. But I don't know. But I'm normally somewhere between 30, like between 20 and 50. It normally fluctuates that way. You know, there have been certain shows where I don't normally have like 100 people in the chat at one time. That's not what I do. So yeah, you said yeah when you was debating. Yeah, exactly. So it don't be going like that. You said this was like a month ago too. Maybe yeah. That was the only time that I've ever seen 200 in here. You know what I mean? It ain't like that. That's a goal for me to achieve on a regular basis, but nah. But yeah, in this past week, starting like last Wednesday, I'm like, so it's like something is weird. That's all I can say. Something is weird. I don't know. Because it's not like nobody's here, and it's not like y'all not chatting. So I don't get it. So I'm in the algorithm, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is it's almost 4 a.m. and I'm kind of yawning a little bit tired, but I'm trying to inspire my people to come through and do what they got to do so they can be better for the children and they boo. And you are coming by, and I hope that you understand that you will fly, at least in my eyes. You are, and you a star, and I hope that sometimes you get a house and a car and a bar if you drink, and I think that you wash up every day and won't stink and brush your teeth so with the breath won't smell. And then you can talk to anybody about different subjects as well. And I know that I swell my pockets with the big cash and make sure I stack it from the ceiling so it lasts. Or should I say stack it from the floor to the ceiling? And when I see all the money, I be feeling like I'm doing the right thing. But a king has to bring along the peasants and make sure they eat pheasant and then all kinds of chicken. And I'm making chicken to make sure that finger licking while I'm dicking around with this crazy ass concept. But I won't leave you back behind. I left a lot of negativity in my rear door and in my rear mirror. Messed it up. I'm sorry, y'all. These allergy pill ain't kicking yet. Come on, allergy pill. Come on, allergy. Come on, allergy. All right. Good looking out, blue pill, red pill. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, my peoples. Universal Entity says, what is the ultimate purpose of human existence if in the vastness of the universe our actions seem insignificant and fleeting? Yo, you deep. I like that. What is the ultimate purpose of human existence if in the vastness of the universe our actions seem insignificant and fleeting? Towards who, though? Like who decides the value of our actions and whether they're fleeting or not? Because you might spend time where you feel like it's needed or where it's valued or where it's most useful. Now, does somebody else get to determine that for you? Or do you make that determination yourself? Okay, Cheryl Halsey says, sorry, baby girl is a teacher. Math is much different. Okay, all right, I got you. Crazy Steve says, do you believe in Yakub? You mean the devil of the 5%ers? That Yakub, which is Hebrew for Jacob? I don't know. I don't know about Yakub. I don't know. Back in the day when I was rocking with the gods and the earth, I'm not even sure if I thought that sounded plausible back then. I hate to say it. A lot of times with religion, people be making up stuff. I'm sorry, man. But they do. It happens. People be making up stuff. You got to roll with the punches. It's going to be all right. Oh, gosh. Bald Blackie? You've been here before. Bald Blackie? Well, I am bald. Let me check to see if I'm black. Got me. Rats. I'm bald and I'm black. Don't know how to act. I'm bald and I'm black. Don't know. Bald. Black. Bald. Black. Bald. Black. Bald and black. Bald and black it, baby. I was hoping he could stay for a little while. Bald and black. You know I'm proud to be black. You know I'm bold to be black, y'all. No. You know, I was listening to some old Run DMC today. And I was also in this social media group, this whole hip hop social media group. And they asked this question in the group, and I thought this was a really good question. And I want to see if any of y'all know about this. I want to see what y'all think the answer is. They said, which was better, Run DMC or the Fat Boys? And I said, wow. Run DMC or the Fat Boys? Magnolia says Run DMC. Well, you young. You don't understand how the Fat Boys was getting it down. Like, even though they became like a gimmick, the Fat Boys was dope. They really were. And when you listen to their sound, and we're talking about going all the way back to 1984, like the Fat Boys had a definitive bass sound that laid the groundwork for how hip hop was going to sound after they upgraded the beat machines. Marcos Gonzalez says DMC. You think Run DMC was? See, there's no way you can deny. There's no way you can deny the impact that Run DMC had, but the Fat Boys did some groundbreaking shit. They did a lot of groundbreaking shit. Like, they made movies, multiple movies. And they human beatbox shit. I don't know. But one thing that Run DMC and the Fat Boys had in common is that both of them could really rap. They could really rhyme well. And I'm not so sure that Run DMC was better than the Fat Boys at rhyming. I'm not so sure. I wish I could play some of these tracks, but YouTube be tripping, so I ain't trying. Crazy Steve says they were doing the 100-bar challenge. Crazy Steve says, ain't no one remember the Fat Boys. I do. Universal Entity says, if every action you take ultimately has no lasting impact on the universe, does pursuing any purpose still hold value? How do you know that it has no impact? How can you do anything that doesn't have an impact on the universe? Marcus Gonzalez says MOP, but they came very late. Magnolia says Fat Boys fire. They're better than DMC. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Hold on, man. Hold on. Okay. Fat song. The Fat Boy songs that got played on the radio. Well, the original Fat Boys. It was a song called "The Fat Boys." Fat Boys, you know they're down by law. Fat Boys, they give you much, much more. Fat Boys, and the human beatbox. Fat Boys was dope. Hello World says the kalimba. Yes, it's called the kalimba, but I like to just call it a finger piano. I like to just call it a finger piano, but it's definitely called a kalimba. We have a caller on the line. Caller with the wait a minute. Now this caller called last night, and they were kind of incoherent. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where this road is gonna lead to. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. All right, so caller with the last numbers 9843. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? Again, man? Come on, man. You can do better than this.
1, 9, 5, 6, 7. 6, 1, 9, 5, 6, 7.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
6, 9. 5 to 7.
Say it again. All right, it took too long. All right, like I said, they called last night. I recognize the number. Yeah, hello world. Stickum was my favorite. Brrr, stickum, ha ha ha, stickum. Brrr, stickum, ha ha ha, stickum. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, Fat Boys had some shit. Marcus Gonzalez says, "How about Fat Boy's song that might have been on a movie?" Yeah, because they was in Orderlies. It was in a movie called Orderlies. They was like, hold on, let me see. But people be shitting on the Fat Boys. I don't think that's right. What movies were the Fat Boys in? Crush Groove. Okay, they were in Crush Groove first. Then Disorderlies, and then Knights of the City. I didn't even know about Knights of the City. Did y'all know about that? Okay. Yeah, so they were in 3 movies. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's better. That better. That better. I think that better. That better. All right. Okay, Marcus Gonzalez says DMC just had more shine. Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, you know, you if it wasn't for Run DMC, hip hop would not be where it is today because they brought it to the mainstream without selling out. Now, I didn't like that Walk This Way. I ain't like that song because it wasn't their song. That was Aerosmith's song, and they just remixed it and had them do the song. Well, I didn't like that. But King of Rock, Rock Box, Jam Master J, Sucker MCs, Hard Times, My Adidas, Beats to the Rhymes, Daryl and Joe. Okay. All right. Oh, Magno, you said you like Walk This Way. I didn't like Walk This Way. Like, out of a whole catalog, that would be the song I would throw out. But that's also the song that made the world recognize him on a crossover level. But I don't know. I ain't like that shit. I never like Walk This Way. I was like, y'all putting this shit out? Y'all made a video for this crap? I mean, it was a smart move at the time. At the time. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're about to do these birthday shout outs and then we're going to get out of here, do the birthday shout outs and get out of here. Yeah. Let's do it. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious October 22nd, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and make it feel special because they are special because they are special.
90 seconds.
S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Dawn Horton, happy birthday to you. Let me get it on this side. And also, Michael Unbothered James, happy birthday to you. And also, Helena Hall and Tisha McBean, happy birthday. And also, Braylon Cyprian and Cynthia Holden and Latyra Williamson and Roger Busby. I'm sorry. And last but not least, Philly's own, my man, DJ Jazzy Joe. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that, first of all, this is the last day of Libra. So I want to thank Libras for, doing their season good. Today, as in tomorrow, Scorpios kick in. Scorpio. So I want to wish everybody a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious October 22nd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock on into the damn, the rock out. Rock on into the damn rock out. Rock on into the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, I said go hard, go for yours, and remember, hey, yo. Yeah, we got kind of far away from it, but like, yo, when you see that somebody is having such an easier time than you have because they have resources and things going on for them that you didn't have, sometimes it can make you start hating. But it shouldn't make you start hating. It should make you start waiting and doing a little something better. You got to be patient in order to achieve some of the things in life that you want to achieve. And patience for me means working and waiting. Working and waiting. That's what patience is, as far as I'm concerned. You work and then you wait for something to happen. Work a little harder, wait for something better to happen. You can't push everything. As much as we would like to, and as much as we may even say, yeah, you know, you got to burn the midnight oil, you got to bust your ass, you got to stay awake 20 hours a day, and blah, blah, blah. Working and waiting. Now you can determine what the work is going to be and how long you're going to have to wait. You can determine that. But you're definitely going to have to play by some of the rules. But don't worry, everything is going to be okay. You think it won't when it will? Marcus says, life is what you make it, not what others have made. Make your own. Okay. I ain't mad at that. I want to thank all y'all for coming through. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go Get 'Em Business show. So make sure that you come on through. Want to see you. Make sure you come on through. Want to see you. Before y'all leave, please hit that like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, that's all I ask. That's all I ask of you. You know, hit the like button. It's not too late. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. All right, so I can get ready to get on up out of here. I can take my uniform off. I'm about to go home. Unwind a little bit, chill out. You know what I mean? Chill out a little bit, put my shines back on. And y'all can you can take off your uniform too. Y'all can clock out. Be on time to work tomorrow, please. Appreciate it. Don't be late. And don't you come to... All right, y'all. We out of here. Let's go do it. Hold on. Let me get Blog Talk on up out of here. Let me get him on up out of here. We got to get him up out of here. Oh, shit. Okay. So Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace, y'all. Have a good night. Be safe. Thank you.